Alright, so I'm here to take another look at a drive pedal that I picked up recently from Guitar Center. Super cheap, probably about half the price that I thought I would be able to grab one of these. And it's one that I've kind of had my eye on, but not like a big priority to get. And it's the TC Electronic Grand Magus. My mind is kind of wanting to put an N in there and say Magnus, but that's not it. It's true bypass, so when it's turned off, it's not got any circuitry or buffers or anything going on with it. And kind of interesting. I was thinking that it was based off of a rat pedal, but whenever you look up the controls on it, it says tone here instead of filter. But there is a pro version which has like toggle switch between like a classic, a fat, and a turbo version of the pedal. And on that one, the tone knob says filter instead. So I think that one they're kind of leaning a little bit more into like, hey, this is a rat pedal. Found the manual for the original one online. And what does it say? Just under the top part it says organic tube-like distortion with tight bottom end and natural sag. So with that in mind, I'm using the LTD MH1001 straight into the Grand Magus and then into the Simplifier right here. Marshall settings, kind of lower gain. Let's hear what it sounds like. So to me, at noon with the level, it feels kind of compressed. It feels like the clean, is less compressed than what that is. Now you can turn it up. That's a little better. Alright, so that's with the volume. And let's see, with the gain, you can turn the gain down, but it's still distorted a little bit. A little bit of breakup to it. And the volume's still effective there. Now what's really interesting and what I wasn't expecting is that, like on a rat pedal, the filter would work where if it's all the way to the left, then it's not filtering out any of the high sound. And as you're turning to the right, you start filtering out the high frequencies. But listen to this. So that's definitely higher. And that's filtering them out as you turn to the left. So this control is actually set up backwards from a rat pedal, which I thought was kind of interesting. So I'm going to keep it kind of up there. The pedal seems to probably do its best and make the biggest difference when it's not at noon, but kind of like 2 o'clock there. I'm tuned to D standard, but I see what they mean about the tube-like feel to it and the natural sag. Like, I don't know how it's going to respond to like really thrashy playing, if I'm going like... I think it's a little too saggy for that. The attack a little slow for it. But if you're doing like big long notes, that kind of pulse that you're hearing there, that is pretty nice. And just to show what that would sound like without. Kind of naturally happening there, but it's not like what this is providing. And I like that it's not like a real hard switch, it's kind of a soft switch there. So it's one of those where like, and I think the iMaster was like this too, where if it's off and you push the pedal down, it won't engage until you lift the finger off. But when you go to disengage it, it goes off immediately. So that is consistent with the other TC pedal that I'm familiar with. You feel that pulse that I'm kind of talking about there. So yeah, this is interesting. Now, kind of a simple idea, and I've done the real Proco Rat, I've done the Wampler Ratsbane, and with each of those, I also tried running it through the effects loop of this. So let's do a little rewiring on this. I'm pretty sure that this is not one of the pedals that is available in, say, like the JHS Rat pack pedal, I think. And I have not tried that one out yet, so can't say too much on it. But yeah, the way the filter is set up, and the fact that it's called a filter on the Pro version instead of just the tone knob like it is on this one. So let's see. Same settings on the Simplifier here. Let's maybe put it back at noon again one more time. We might wind back up where we were. So already with it set at noon, it feels like the volume is way more effective. So that's kind of interesting. And let's see. Yeah, that's really a much more effective way to use it for the volume anyway. What if I back the gain down? With this off. Okay, so that's pretty clean. You know, it's Marshall. And now it's back to Marshall. It was on the Fender. That's pretty clean. There's a lot more signal to that. And then, of course, the filter. It's pretty bright when it's all the way up there. I think that's even... yeah, that's beyond just like a filter on it. It's boosted up there. But it's definitely like cut this way. Let's bring the gain back up. Yeah, so again, I'm not really getting like the shreddy vibes of it, like I would off of some other pedals there, but it's pretty interesting, and I like it. It's definitely kind of based off of a Rat. I saw another person write a review of it saying that they felt like it was kind of like a Rat mixed with a DS1. So I guess that's a video that I'll have to make, blending this with a Rat and then, you know, against a Rat and a DS1 stacked, and see if we can make it sound kind of like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool, and I'm not sure how much attention this one gets. Again, it's I'm pretty sure it's not one that's included in the JHS Pack Rat pedal, but definitely one to be considered, and makes me curious to try out the Pro version, for, if anything, just to see if the filter control has changed at all, or if that's kind of still reversed like this one is. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this one up for today, but I hope this has been helpful, informative, if you've considered this one before, and you know, I hope that this kind of helps fill in the gaps for you. And thanks again. I will see you in another video soon.